Hey everyone! Welcome back to the MMA Fight Night. Let's dive right in. Paddy Pimp is calling out none other than Islam Makhachev. Sure, Paddy the Baddy just made his UFC rankings debut after that jaw-dropping first-round submission over King Green this summer, but this streaking Scouser isn't backing down. He's absolutely convinced he can take down the lightweight king, Islam Makhachev. Now, during his appearance on the Still Ryan Show on YouTube, Pimblett didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on a potential showdown with Islam Makhachev. He straight up said it, people are probably gonna laugh, but he's dead serious when he says he believes he can beat anyone on the planet.
Of course, I always say, people always say, oh, do you think you beat Islam Makhachev? I'm like, obviously. I'm going to sit? Yeah, you've got to. Do you think I'm going to sit here and go, oh no, he beat me? Then I'm not a fighter, I'm a coward. I'd have respect Islam, you know what I mean? He's a great champion. People will probably laugh at me for saying this, but obviously I think I'd beat him. I don't think any man on this planet that beat me ever got in a cage with him. I think I'd beat everyone.
That's the mindset
I always
of a
say,
champion.
if you think anyone in your division or anyone that you're like rivals with, anything like that, can beat you, you're in the wrong sport.
As Pimblett mentioned, Islam Makhachev had some words earlier this summer during a Q&A in Abu Dhabi. He called the baddie an exciting fighter and made it clear, if Paddy keeps racking up wins and earns a title shot, Makhachev wouldn't hesitate to step into the octagon with him. So far, there's no official word on when Pimblett will return after his impressive win over King Green this summer. But with him sitting pretty at number 13 on the lightweight rankings, his next fight is shaping up to be against a top 10 opponent. Fans are already buzzing, suggesting a potential matchup with Michael Chandler, especially after Chandler's loss at UFC 309. UFC Fight Updates. No UFC card this week, but don't worry. We've got a ton of fight news coming your way. First up, a thrilling showdown between Kevin Holland and Rare Darer locked in for UFC 311. Holland's determined to bounce back after a rib injury derailed his last fight. Meanwhile, the former one-champ is hungry to build on the momentum from his UFC debut win. Big news for the February Saudi Arabia card. We've got 4 exciting matchups confirmed, starting with Sedov versus Vinicius Olivano. Olivano's coming off a win against Muengafo at UFC 294 and is looking to keep the streak going, while Sedov is aiming to snag his 3rd consecutive victory. Then, Abdul Karim Alwadi and Jordan Lev are set to clash. Alwadi's hungry to bounce back after a tough loss in his UFC debut, while Lev is looking for redemption after his lightweight defeat to Chase Hooper last November. Finally, Terrence McKinney and Deer Hanovich are set to throw down in what could be a first-round finish. McKinney's hoping to recover from his May loss to Eston Rovics, while Hanovich is returning to action for the first time since his 2022 loss to Mar-I. And last but not least, a featherweight showdown between Mohamed Naimov and KH Oli. Naimov's eager to recover from his loss to Felipe Lima back in June, while Oli's gunning for redemption after his defeat to Myron Santos in August. UFC 310 fight cancelled. A fight at UFC 310 has officially been cancelled after a fighter pulled out. Rizvan Kunv was set to face Martin Budai, but Budai's sudden withdrawal has thrown a wrench in the matchup. MMA Junkie's Nolan King reported that Budai pulled out for unknown reasons last week, and while it was initially believed Kunv might still be on the card, both fighters are now officially off. Michael Chandler, still battling health issues. After UFC 309, Michael Chandler's brutal loss at UFC 309 left him battered and bruised after 5 grueling rounds in New York City. Just days after the fight, Chandler opened up on the Bussing with the Boys podcast, revealing that he bled twice following the bout and admitted he'd never felt as beat up as he did after his rematch with Ely. Chandler's not quite back to 100% yet. In a recent social media video, he revealed some shocking swelling around his knee and left shin. It's that serious. The swelling is so extreme that when Chandler pressed his fingers into it, he was left with not 1, but 2 deep dents.
I want to show you something. Look at that. Look at this knee. The swelling goes all the way down.
Despite Iron Mike being pretty banged up, there's no sign of any serious knee tears that would need surgery, though Dubronx certainly landed some brutal leg kicks. From what's been said, Chandler's eyes are locked on a showdown with Conor McGregor at the International Fight Week event next summer. And that's not all. Chandler's also called out Max Holloway and hinted at a rematch with Justin Gaethje as matchups that really get him fired up. Yuri Procházka fires back at Jamahal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev. and the tension is skyrocketing. With Procházka and Hill gearing up for their New Year clash, the heat between them is undeniable. Hill hasn't held back, throwing shade at Procházka after his loss to Alex Pata, and now, with their January showdown looming, Yuri's digging up receipts on Sweet Dreams to settle the score. In a fiery social media video, Procházka took direct shots at Hill and Ankalaev, boldly claiming that the so-called #1 contender hadn't shown anything deserving of a title shot.
I'm really looking forward for my next fight. And Jamahal, don't speak about my performances, fight IQ and all these things, because in your last fight you didn't show nothing really. And the same guy, same Ankalaev, in your last 3 fights you showed totally nothing. So stay on the ground. And okay, so let's see you 18th of January. I'm going to win. I'm going for win.
Ankalaev wasn't having any of it. He hit back, claiming that Procházka's been knocked out cold in 2 of his last 3 fights. Ouch. Hey, why you talk about me? 2 of your last 3 fights, you went to sleep. Alex made you go to sleep, but I will make Alex go to sleep, and I believe Jamahal Hill will make you sleep also. Your new name is Sleepy Yee. Focus on your fight. There's still no official word on when Ankalaev and Procházka will square off for the belt, but from the looks of it, both fighters are ready to throw down before next summer. With both Procházka and Hill being former champions, the winner of their January clash could very well be next in line for a title shot. Chris Weidman is not happy with the UFC after his controversial win over Bruno Silva back in March. During that fight, Weidman repeatedly poked Silva in the eye on his way to a victory, and now he was supposed to make his long-awaited return at UFC 309 in front of his hometown crowd. But just when it seemed like his comeback was set, disaster struck. His fight against Eric Anders was cancelled last minute due to Anders' food poisoning. After scrambling to find a last-minute replacement, the UFC ultimately threw in the towel and rescheduled the fight for UFC 310 at a catch weight of 195 pounds. On this week's Ariel Helwani show, the All-American vented his frustration, revealing that while the UFC promised to take care of him, he was far from happy about not getting his full purse. They're going to take care of me, they're doing something for me. But I'm not getting my full purse, I'll put that out there, which is tough. You show up, you do everything right, and you don't get it. My show money is my win money. I have guaranteed money, so that was my point. I showed up, you guys had that on the budget sheet to begin with, you guys made a great night. Why do you guys keep that money and I don't? That was my thought. Their thoughts were, listen, this happens on 40% of the cards, and if we paid people to not fight, they just want to be consistent on what they do in those situations. In many cases, UFC fighters operate under a show-win system, meaning they're pay doubles if they win. But for some fighters, they're given a flat rate regardless of the outcome. It seems that Weidman was set to receive a flat amount for his fight, but since it was cancelled, the UFC paid him only half, treating it as if he were on a show-win contract. Conor McGregor just can't catch a break. After being slapped with hundreds of thousands in legal fees by the Irish court system, he's now facing fallout from his recent civil suit. On Tuesday, the former champ posted a series of photos on Instagram, including shots of himself arriving at court and a close-up of the Supreme Court of Ireland plaque, all set to the tune of Dirty Old Town by the Pogues. But just as quickly as it went up, the post was deleted. Things took a turn for the worse shortly after. 3 major stores, Tesco, Cost Cutter, and Carry Out, announced they'd be cutting ties with McGregor and dropping his products. To make matters worse, Proper 12's parent company, Proximo Spirits, followed suit, revealing they were done with McGregor and wouldn't be using him as their spokesman anymore. A statement from the company sent to the Irish Independent reads, "Since 2021, Proximo Spirits has been the 100% owner of Proper No. 12 Irish whiskey. Going forward, we do not plan to use Mr. McGregor's name and likeness in the marketing of the brand." But wait, it gets worse. Gyms and other businesses are now distancing themselves from the former champ, with one gym even posting a video of them painting over a massive McGregor mural. And it doesn't end there. McGregor's fiancée, Dee Devlin, finally broke her silence on Tuesday, posting a series of Instagram stories where she wrote, "Imagine a woman with her own boyfriend and child texting provocative pictures of herself to another woman's man, with a family and child on the way. This woman claims to know me, yet still went ahead and sent messages and pictures of herself over and over to my man. Really? Out on a 3-day bender, texting excuses to her own child at home while mommy is out out on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and Sunday night into Monday morning, all the while out of her face in a hotel room, dancing around a hotel car park. What sort of woman are you? My sons will be warned that women like you exist in the world. CCTV does not lie. I look forward to the day the world will see the footage of you that night and the carry-on, with you having the time of your life. This is the real evidence. Video footage no one knew was being taken in the moment, which you miraculously don't remember. To me, it looks like you're the one the lift to. To me, it looks like everyone is trying to get away from you. Conor and I dealt with these issues privately many years ago, as should be done in a relationship, and we've come out stronger than ever. We have 4 beautiful children now whose smiling faces and happy hearts are a testament to who he is and who we are. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. The MMA community went off after Conor McGregor's fiancée defended him on social media. Here's how they reacted. Dee Devlin is warning her sons about women like Nikita, forgetting what a horrible reputation her Bella has and the trouble he continually brings on others. Claims against Conor McGregor include December 2018, claim of assault in a Dublin hotel by Nikita Hand. Outcome, no criminal case, McGregor lost civil claim. October 2019, women in their 20s claimed she was assaulted by him in a vehicle outside a pub in Dublin. Outcome, no criminal case, no civil claim. September 2020, McGregor detained in Corsica for alleged indecent exposure. Outcome, criminal case dropped, no civil claim. July 2022, Samantha Murphy accuses him of assault on a yacht in Ibiza. Outcome, no criminal case, civil claim dropped. July 2023, McGregor is accused of assaulting a woman in a bathroom at the CA Center in Miami during the NBA Finals. Outcome, no criminal case, no civil claim. Dee Devlin is just as bad as her boyfriend. She left her kids to go on a bender. Your boyfriend left you 8 months pregnant to go have an affair with another woman. How can she even post that with dignity? She's firing bullets at the wrong person. She should be aiming at her man, who cheated on her and probably has since cheated on her multiple times. There's literally a video of Conor dancing with another woman right in front of Dee, and Dee didn't say anything to him. If we're being honest, while Conor might not be a stand-up citizen, Nikita is no hero. We have to understand about putting ourselves in bad positions. She has kids at home and is out partying with Conor. Makes no sense. We should hold others and ourselves accountable. Dee Devlin is in a situation that no man should ever put their significant other in. Having to deal with McGregor cheating on you and now having to defend him because it potentially wasn't illegal is messed up for her and the kids. Hope the situation gets figured out soon. My daughter will be warned men like Conor McGregor exist. Dee Devlin, aka, I don't want to lose the yacht and mansion I live in. I get that she's saying they worked this out years ago, but I feel like she should sit this out. This is embarrassing, but not everyone is on the attack. Here's a look at some people standing by Dee Devlin. A real woman doesn't turn on a man who cares for her and instead attacks the silly things. This is what a woman should do. Put her man above all, including the ones he loves first. She didn't deny any ruling here, she's just stating the facts. Conor found himself a good one. She is officially the best woman in the world. Dee Devlin is a real one. With Conor's lawsuit from Aaron Al-Labov hanging over his head, fans are speculating that McGregor might step back into the octagon just to score a massive payday.
Beats.